Cyan Truce or Cyan Toys. I'm gonna say Cyan Truce. We had them with 2, 6, 7, 8, which I will check which one that is again. 2, 6, 7, 8. Ah, the world made out of children's flesh and it rains blood. Yes. Looks like I'm gonna see the name pop up quite a couple more times during the 2700s. Interesting. Okay, well this is called My Memetic Waifu. Alright lads. We have let's behave. We have a woman. We have a waifu here. Let's behave. Alright, here we go. So Howard did say there's like some prologue thing that he couldn't figure out how many words that were. If I recall correctly, he says here SCP-2708 has a short prologue, but I don't want to know the exact amount of words because a lot of it's on image files. An extra tale at the end that you can read if you want, but it has sexual content, so we'll see how long it is, because depending on how long it is, I might have to like skip it. Baby's first guide to Euclid class anomalies and other questionable documents recovered from the hard drive of Dr. Forward of wife. If you ever reach this page, it better be because I personally handled you the access code for it on a piece of paper. I don't care how entertaining Last December's Enigma. Oh, okay, this is the prologue. Yeah, we will read that for sure. May appear to be its content and implication are a serious breach of security, information, privacy, and everything in between those. Not to mention that its existence alone is a sign of massive employee conduct violation. Dr. John Blanchard, current Assistant Director of Information Security and Director of the Site 81 Cognitive Hazards and Info Hazards Department, 1430, 11/14/2016. Okay, let's read this thing real quick. Maybe first guide to Keter class anomalies and other questionable documents recovered from the hard drive of Dr. The following images were found saved on a portable hard drive belonging to Dr. A level 3 humanoid containment specialist transferred from Site 11 to Site 19 on the 8th and currently assigned to SCP. The aforementioned hard drive has since been confiscated by security personnel and delivered to Site Director Office in order to be searched for any additional information constituting a breach of sensitive material pertaining to objects Dr. Clearance level and project assignment do not involve Doctor has since been transferred to Site for questioning as of the 12th, 2015. Investigations of the intent recipients of these documents are ongoing. Dr. Current Assistant Director of Information Security, 1732, 12/23, 2015. So we have Baby First Guide to Keter Class Anomalies. Hi, I'm SCP 682. I'm big, I'm fierce, and I'm strong like you. I'm mean, and I'm scary, and I'm very, very hairy. I'm not magical, I'm not a wizard. In fact, I'm just an overgrown lizard. I'm ornery and grumpy, I'm full of sass, and that's the reason that I'm Keter Class. Hi, I'm SCP-1048. I'm a friendly old bear, and I like to create. I love making new friends, and for you I can't wait. When you play with your toys, don't make too much noise. I have a habit of recreating my mass, so I'm now proudly Keter Class. Hey, I'm SCP-045. I don't know what I am, a spork or a light bulb or something alive, and so thickens the plot. But this is an image of what I am not. I love you all, so come with me. My true nature you shall finally see. I take people through the looking glass, and that's why they made me Keter Class. Hi, I'm SCP. Yeah, we have that's definitely the mobile like dots. Okay. I wish we could like actually like copy paste this into like a Morse code reader. This might take me too long. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. There we go. Alright, so we have here dot dot, which is I, and then we have dash dash dash, which is M, and then dot dash A, so I is that N? Nope. Dash dot dash 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 dot I may dot dash dot 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 dash dot 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 dash I may L dash look. That's definitely look, right? Yeah, that's look. I may look. I assume that's gonna be scary. Nope, it's a dash dot dash dash dot dash dash dot dash dash. Where the fuck is it? What? That's supposed to be dash. Oh, it's dash dot dash dot. Sorry. No wonder I couldn't find it. Which I may look. Is it supposed to be dash dot dash dot? I think it is. Which is. Okay. C. Okay. Dot. Yeah, I may look creepy. I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to say. Yeah, I may look creepy. Oh boy, this is so long, man. I may look creepy. And then we have dash dot dot dot. I cannot see you guys' chat because I have to like do it like this. I may look creepy. Dash dot dot dot. Dash dot dot dot. Okay, I think that's supposed to be but. Yeah, it's but. I may look creepy, but I dot dash am I. But I am a. But I am a. Dot dash dot 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 dash. I may look creepy, but I am. Low, but I am low, dash dot dot. What the fuck? Dash dot dot. I'm not seeing it. I'm having trouble finding it. L-O-A and dash dot dot is okay. Well, I am a load of. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be say fun, right? So and yeah, it's a load of fun. But I'm a load of fun. I need to like start memorizing these, otherwise we are here forever. I do dash dot. I do not. Oh fuck. So yeah. I already forgot which one that is. I do not. Is that two? That's two dots, right? I do not. Is that supposed to be like? I do not like. I do not like. I do not like dot dash dash. Dot dash dash. I do not like W O is that supposed to say worms? No. Dash dot dot. I do not like words. That's what it is. I do not like words. Dash. Wait, is that supposed to be? I do not like words too. I assume that's supposed to be dash dash. I do not like words too. M dash dot dot dash. Dot dot dash dot dot dash. Oh, syllables. MU. Okay, MU. I do not like words too much. I believe it's supposed. That's supposed what it says here. Too much. Much. And then what's this? Dash dash. Is it all combined? Like dash dash dot dot dash dash. Is that even a? I don't think that's like written together. I think it's supposed to be dash dash, which is much. No, don't know what this one's supposed to be. What is dash dash dot much? I do not like words too much. And then what the fuck is this supposed to be right here? Doesn't look like anything that because if it's dash dash dot, that's G, and dot dash dash is what? W, which doesn't make any sense. And dash dash is M again, and dot dot is I. Not sure. Okay, we'll skip that one. Then we have this again, which is supposed to be SB, but. Two dots is but I but I like dash dot dot but I like D dra what the fuck? Dot dash dash. I hate how every time drawings. I do like drawings. Oh god. is this and? Yeah, this and S su dash dot dash and oh wait, dash dot is that a thing? And such. I like drawings, but I do like drawings and such. There's more here, but you guys want me to continue? It's also way smaller. I need to actually like zoom in. There we go. That's I. That's what you now learned. Dot dot dash dot. If you ever want to have, is that have? No. Hey, what is this one? Is that supposed to be hand? No. If you ever want to hand. Oh, hand. I assume hand. Over. No, not over. Oh. Dot dash O. What? Doesn't make any sense. Out dash dot. I can only assume that's dash dot because what the fuck, out, and then what is this supposed to be here? Out. G. That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what this one is. Out W? No, it must be. What about dash? Out. And mim doesn't work. I don't know. Dash. Not sure if there's I think there's a dot and then dash. I think that's supposed to be just. Yeah, just. Yeah, it is. Just. I only lost what this sentence is even supposed to be. No, you know what, guys? I want to do this for the. But it's gonna take me so much time, and I just want to get this over with. I'm sorry, but I'm hungry. I'm tired, so I'm just gonna continue. Hi, I'm SCP-173. I win every staring contest, and I give hugs for free. I have lots of friends that I love, but the best times are just you and me. We can hang out, or you go out to lunch. My favorite color is red, my favorite word is crunch. I'm easy to take care of, so they usually put me last, but sometime I hope to be killer class. No matter who you are, strive to be yourself, be determined, and rise the bar. Be proud to be unique. If you're confident and strong, your happiness will peak. Because although it's easier to fit in, we can all say with a grin that although normality will pass, why not try to be killer class? I'm a little creepy, but I'm a whole lot of fun. I do not like words too much. Oh, that's supposed to be question mark. But I like drawings and such. If you ever want to hang out, just yeah. I just after a while, I was like, okay, this is gonna take me too long. In addition to these images, the following text file was found saved as QWERTY12345.txt in the same folder named Kids Book on the hard drive, along with the 7 PNG files shown above and a BSD Photoshop document containing the original text and artwork. Hey honey, in the midst of all this stress, I was thinking I could spare 3 hours to make this for us. I probably couldn't, but I did it anyways, as you can see. Yes, I have no idea how to write poetry, but I tried. Anyway, I'm afraid I can't bring it by you because that'd be a bit of a red flag, but this note will hopefully prove I'm not procrastinating as much as you say. I tend to when I give it to you once we're out of here and the baby out of you, which we will be out of here. I mean, very soon. Just sit down there while I get the last everything straightened out. You know, I mean, when I gave you this note on the book later. I promise. Love. Okay, so this was like the prologue that Howard told me. Now let's get to this actual thing. The following image was found saved on a portable hard drive belonging to Doctor, a level 3 humanoid containment specialist transferred from Site 11 to Site 19 on the 8th, who is currently bringing hell for questioning in Site 81 indefinitely. The aforementioned hard drive had since been confiscated by security personnel 12-15 and was delivered to the site director office in order to be searched for any additional information constituting a breach of sensitive material pertaining to object Doctor's project assignment do not involve. I'll search into it, hold on, like, oh, what is actually the whole thing is? Thanks. It appears that following the December incident that was a fuck off bot. You can go fuck yourself. The following file appears to have been anomalously affected in one or more ways over the course of its existence on the hard drive. Discretion is advised when viewing this document. It is recommended that the viewer have certified from one or more foundation administered computer hazard exposure preparation course before proceeding. Show recovered files class 1 visual computer warning. Do not view the following image for more than 10 seconds. If any changes in the image layout are observed immediately, alert the Site 81 computer hazard and info hazard department. Baby's first guide to Yuka class anomalies. Research, yep. What may have affected the above document is ongoing. Do not proceed beyond this point if you do not have level 3/2708 clearance and direct written permission from Dr. Blanchard of the Site 81 Computer Hazard and Info Hazard Department. Access SCP-2708 file. Input clearance and credentials. I just want to see what the... don't really see that. Okay, Euclid. Special containment procedure as knowledge of existence of SCP-2708 more than triples the likelihood of being affected by the anomaly. This document should be embedded in an inconspicuous alternate document to prevent unintentional viewing. Oop, I saw it do it. Yeah, I also saw it. Personal viewing this document should do so only if instructed and should be inoculated against visual or cognitive hazards. Due to the fact that full containment of SCP-2708 is conceptually impossible, efforts should be directed toward information suppression and, when necessary, immediate amnesticization of those affected. Mobile Task Force Lambda 12 King Shamers is tasked with tracking and neutralization of both speculated and confirmed SCP-2708 manifestations. If the image referred to as Figure A, see addendum is found in its original uncensored form, it should be contained immediately in an opaque container and delivered to the Site 81 Computer Hazards and Info Hazards Department with a written statement from the personnel who located it, including a log of the exact location in which it was found. As SCP-2708 has been shown to affect only those who with functioning knowledge of memetics, cognitive hazards, and info hazard sciences. The presence of SCP-2708 hazards is speculated to be limited to only Foundation, Global Occult Coalition, Chaos Insurgency, and Martial Card and Dark personnel. However, tense relations with other groups of interest have prevented any further research that may potentially yield different results. Caution should be held with regards to whether or not SCP-2708 is capable of affecting other group of interest members not listed above. 2 MTF Lambda 12 members are currently embedded in the Global Occult Coalition Menemetics and Cognitive Hazards branch and tasked with reporting any potential SCP-2708 manifestation to the supervisors through the proper channels. Currently, Dr. John Blanchard of the Site-81 Cognitive Hazard and Info Hazard Department. Update 11/14/16. Caution must be used when engaging in conversation with subject affected or suspected to be affected by SCP-2708 due to the anomalous effect. Physical contact with subjects affected by SCP-2708 should be avoided if subject is suspected to be under the influence of SCP-2708 is encountered. The Site-81 Cognitive Hazards and Info Hazard Departments should be notified immediately so that the proper containment procedures can be enacted under under no circumstances should anyone affected by SCP-2708 be allowed to read this document and or possess any contextual knowledge of SCP-2708. Description: this SCP-2708 is the designation for a phenomenon currently thought to be a Class 2 oculotactile cognitive hazard. Visual perception triggers perceived physical tangibility. SCP-2708 has the potential to affect all human subjects who possess functioning knowledge of cognitive hazard sciences and are capable of romantic and or sexual attraction. Tests with subjects identifying as both asexual and aromantic do not appear to yield results beyond onset of mild confusion and paranoia. Tests with subjects identifying as only asexual or only aromantic appear to still yield results, albeit slightly influenced by their orientation. SCP-2708 appears to spread its visually cognitive hazardous effects to document and text created by those it affects. But this is secondary in that the transferred visual cognitive hazards do not have the same mental effects on observers as hazards such as Figure A. It is unknown. Wait a minute. It is unknown what triggers the appearance of SCP-2708 in an environment, though it is speculated that one of the main means by maybe the viewing of an info-hazardous version of Figure A. See addendum. Figure A's origin is unknown, but sources indicate that it may have been originally created by redacted. See addendum. Those affected by SCP-2708 have, in all 45 document cases, met these behavior criteria. The subject will, at the onset of the manifestation onward, report increased libido and lethargy. The subject will not show any awareness of the presence of the cognitive hazardous stimuli, even with a history of extensive training designed to increase awareness. The subject will become hostile, though not to the degree that would constitute classification of SCP-2708 as mind-affecting beyond its cognitive hazardous nature. If questioned about such topics as romantic or sexual relationships, their personal history with such topics or similar subject matter. The subject will develop signs of general paranoia as well as nervousness, insomnia, abnormal sensitivity to light, and hand tremors. After 3 to 6 days, under the influence of SCP-2708, without intervention, subject will claim to be fully capable of interacting with an entity. -A and perceives said entity as a romantic and or sexual partner. Reminds me of the shark punching one where they're like, "Oh, I love you, shark." It is unknown if this entity exists as an independent sapiens or is simply a side effect of cognitive hazardous interference from SCP-2708. For the purpose of clarity and due to feedback from the test subjects, -A will be referred to as an individual entity hereafter. Subject affected claim to be capable of full interaction with it as if it were a human partner, up to and including realistic perception of facial features, details, and general appearance, realistic perception of physical stimulation, and in one case even perceived full-term pregnancy. Some subjects claim that -A is not able to speak, however. Other subjects have claimed that -A can speak but is simply not audible during conversation. Auditory hallucinations are never reported in SCP-2708 cases, which may be potential explanation for this. Continued perception of -A can be negated for the administration of Class C or D amnestics to the subjects. However, evidence suggests the subject will possess some knowledge of the interaction with -A despite amnesticization. Out of 5 subjects successfully amnesticized following prolonged 2 months or more interaction with -A, all 5 recalled and spoke of an entity with which they had relations. However, contrary to tests run during the time affected by SCP-2708, -A was not recalled as a human being, but rather a nondescript entity having no clear physical form. And here's probably the detail. We'll see how long it is. Depending how long it is, I might read it off stream. The 5 names used by the subject to refer -A post amnesticization were, you know, that little ball of light? Helen. I don't know, just bright gray blob or something. Skip and... Let me just check how long that is. Well, this is just for the adult content stuff, so that's not... Okay, hold on, quickly making sure. I mean, it is a bit long, but I think we can still do it. I'll still do it. Okay. Testing with D-Class personnel has been halted as of 11th to 10th 16 due to inconclusive results, even when presented with figure A for a long period of time. D-Class subject did not develop any signs of influence beyond mild confusion, paranoia, and increased libido. Actually, no, I'm not going to do it because I'm hungry as hell. I will have to read it off stream. I'm sorry, guys. You have to wait till December to see the video and see what the tale is all about. This is an exception, right? Because today I just came home super exhausted and hungry. I promise that this is not going to be... I mean, you guys know. It's not a thing that I do often. that I just be like, no, not feeling it. Unless I'm just so tired. And hungry as well. Or it's like late. Like if it was like 4 in the morning right now, I'll be like, especially if 4 in the morning, I'll be like, I'm not gonna read the tale. Paranoia increased libido. No subject out of 25 D-classes tested perceived or interacted with -A at any point, ranging from 2 days to 4 months after exposure, leading researchers to believe that there may be an additional, as of yet unidentified, triggering factor in the full manifestation of SCP-2708 effect beyond simple exposure to figure A. Addendum. Warning: this section contains a known class 1 cognitive hazard. This image should not be directly viewed for longer than 10 seconds at a time. Although the first case of manifestation cannot be directly confirmed, figure A class 1 visual cognitive hazard, first found in the break room of site with no discernible source. A paragraph of text in the lyrics "The Beatles," Eleanor Rigby, written on the back. Is suspected to be the cause of the first SCP-2708 case. Transcription of the text attached to the original copy of Figure A. Figure A, main computer hazard sensors do not view this image directly for more than 10 seconds at a time. If any changes in the image layout are observed, yep, we saw that there's like some interesting glow thing here happening. Not sure what that even means though. All the lonely people, where did it all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? Many people, I mean, it's just the lyrics, right? Many people are under the impression that art and feeling are mutually exclusive. That art is for a canvas of your ears or your skin, but never sensation. This is one of artistic expression most limiting factors. This painful aspect of the human condition. Essential limitation is a barrier whereas human must break through in order to comprehend what it means to be sapient and capable of true feeling. Art is interpreted through perception, but sometimes we as artists cannot afford the cost of subjective interpretation. and we must make the necessary changes to the piece to negate that cost. Usually the observer does not notice the difference, but in rare cases we'll see someone pick up on it. At that point we have to become a little more adamant in our presentation. It's for the best, for the soul's sake. Art is for the soul, and what better way into the soul than through the body and mind. There's no pure expression of art than that which we express with our bodies and our touch and our love. And if you, in your cold world, will not process artistic expression with each other by will, if you will continue to refuse, by will or otherwise, to allow love and feeling to your lives, then we will help you to express it with yourself little by little. All you need to do is let it all in. You're waiting, we're waiting. Tell us, are we of course it's are we cool yet? That's the second one that they made that makes you fucking horny. My god. I'm sorry guys that I'm not reading the tale today. It's just, like I said, if I was not hungry and came back from a 7-hour hang out with my family and friends, I would totally do that. But like, I would totally read it right now, but I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so hungry. It's like, it's not gonna work. I just want to eat and then go to bed. I hope you all understand. Okay, here to really quickly read the SB2708 tale that I didn't read on stream. Let's go. We're working. We don't need to chat because we don't have. We're not alive no more. Too cold to live, too young to die. There's something off about you, Lee. Something I don't notice. Oh wait, December 19, 2015, side 19. There we go. There's always something off about me by your standards. You've been seeing someone. You're happier. A little calmer too. Adam Leeward stood up from his chair. Asian Kitson? Office decoration were headache-inducing. The silver and gold of the picture frames by the window reflecting the setting sun straight into his eyes. He squinted. Kitson had pictured a frame of the two of them standing together in one of the containment wings. He didn't remember having that taken. I have to go. Duty calls. He looked at his watch. 7 p.m. You know how it is. Your skip isn't sick again, is she? He frowned. I don't remember telling you that she was sick. God, I fucking lied. Heard from Rogers and the others. Sorry. He didn't make any move towards the door. Was it contagious? Because you look sick. Like weirdly pale. I can't give the details. She's fine now. You're not fine. Leeward found himself standing behind Ketson by the window still. He wasn't sure when he had walked over there. He didn't care either. When was this taken? He eyed the picture of the two of them. When you moved from side 11 when we met. Leeward held the frame closer, staring at the image of his own younger eyes. He didn't look like the same person. Okay. You know you can call me if you need me, right? Ketson added nervously, watching him walk to the door. He opened his mouth once more, but didn't say anything. Oh. Yeah. He waited for a few seconds, staring blank at the fuzzy, sunset glowing backlight Ketson's slouched body before turning and walking out. Is it you? It's me. Why are you so late? Leeward fumbled with his key card in hand. His hands were jittering. The lights in his wing were too bright. I have to talk to you. Can I come in? Yeah. Listen to her voice, he reminded himself as the door opened and closed. Every few seconds remind yourself that she speaks. Except she didn't. Not as she sat down at the table by the kitchenette area, not as she frowned, concerned at him. Her hands clasped in front of the collar of her grey and yellow jumpsuit. He felt panic rising in him. He should leave. This wasn't her. This wasn't her. This wasn't... Are you sick? He felt himself snap back to reality. Not from you. If that's what you mean. No, you weren't contagious. What's wrong? You're not leaving, right? I don't want to be with anyone else. He felt bile rise in his throat at the sound of her saying that. The lights were too bright, his hands shook, he felt sweat creeping down his chest, soaking into the buttons and collar of his shirt. When he spoke, his voice didn't sound like his own. What do you mean by that? He said a little too forcefully. She recalled, eyes widened. I don't trust anyone else, is all. I don't like the guards or the assistants or especially the doctor, and if anyone else come in here just now like you did, I would have just shut myself in the bathroom. He stared through her. Why are you leaving? She was shaking too. It was already 65 degrees and the tone of the fluorescent lighting was dropping it by 10 more. Are you leaving? Just say it. Just say it. Force the words out of your mouth. I was transferred to another project, he blurted out. He cursed himself. That wasn't it. That wasn't it because she deserved the truth. That wasn't it because it felt wrong to tell the truth. And I can't stay on the 2 projects at once. He swallowed. He looked at her in several seconds. Each second was a year. He stared into the table. He was blindingly white. He felt a headache and tears coming on simultaneously. So I have to go. He continued, standing on unsteady feet, and the Foundation thanks you for your continued cooperation. When she didn't respond, he wondered if it was really her, if she was still there or if she already faded out of existence the second she was out of his line of sight. But his headache weighed more heavily on him than his thoughts ever could. The slam of the steel door was heavier sound than her sobs ever could be. He walked out and down the hallway without looking back. December 21st, 2015, side 19. Man, doing that like... he did that in the Christmas month, right? Yeah. 6 days before Christmas. God damn. That's rough. That's rough. What is... Dr. Blanchard? Yes. Leroy walked over, hands trembling. He slid the printed document into the older man's desk and took a seat across from him. December 20th, 2015. To whom it may concern, I don't have the sound thing. I'm not going to activate that. To whom it may concern, unless it comes up multiple times, and I will. I may writing this put on record that I am requesting to resign from assignment to SCP blank. As per the SCP Foundation Employee Conduct Handbook, 2015 edition, version 3.1, section 7.4, sexual conduct. Section 1, paragraph 2, I'm required to admit to developing romantic interest in SCP blank, based on the fact that it was a sapient human anomaly which appears to show mutual attraction towards me as well. It is counterproductive to the Foundation's goal and detrimental to my work ethic. As such, I trust that I will be reassigned as necessary. I have made no physical contact with the object outside of standard and approved testing and containment procedures. Respectfully, Dr. Adam Leeward, Level 3 Humanoid Containment Specialist, Site 19, 12th, 20th, 2015. Problem information document is scanned. Is a scanned copy of the letter received by Dr. John Blanchard. I see. If I'm not in... You're not in trouble, Dr. Leeward. He almost smirked. It is biologically human female with human behaviors and a human personality, and you are a heterosexual human male assigned to take care of it. There's nothing wrong with natural impulse so long as you possess the self-awareness to prevent yourself from acting upon it. Leeward bit his lip, as the assumption that he was straight, but he didn't say anything. Okay. John Blanchard's office window faced the side of the building that was usually in shadow. There were no vibrant tones in this room, brown and gray. His eyes and his mind felt softer as the environment felt softer and his headache lessened. This was a dull room for a dull man. There is, however, a problem. His pulse quickened. Your desktop computer files, you know, site intranet allows access to automatically search for concerning key phrases in documents. Yeah? Blank's mouth became a straight line as he clicked around on his laptop for several seconds before spinning it around to present the monitor to Leeward. So what, may I ask, is this? This is just going back to... Yeah, it's just going to go to this one. Baby's first guide. That now makes more sense. His shell felt like it was going to burst. It's complicated. Good answer. It seems you're too little too late for this with this situation, Leeward. He swallowed. That is, if this implies what it seems to imply. We'll see what we have on our hands when the results return. He turned the laptop back around to face himself. In the meantime, go get some rest. I'll email you the remaining paperwork. Answer within 48 hours. We'll be transferring you to another site. He nodded and stood, almost falling down. His knees were wobbly than usual, and his vision felt as though he was lagging. I'll be transferring you with you in a few months. It's time for a change. He nodded. Outside in this bright hallway light, seeing his headache throbbed. So she's pregnant. Oh my guy, what have you been doing? What have you done? And now he told her like, oh, I'm gonna be working on a different project, which is not the truth, but he made it the truth now. November 3rd, 2000. Oh, for almost a year passed. Let's see, side 81. Lever felt as though the door to his quarter was made out of thin foam, as if simply bumping into it or walking past it too quickly could break the veil and send its delicate form crumbling on itself in light, airy clumps. He didn't expect himself to go so far as to grab its handle, but surprisingly, it did not topple. I'm back, he narrated aloud as he closed the door and leaned on it. I'm sorry, I had a long day. The woman in front of him nodded and smiled, extending her arms, enveloping him in her grasp. He sighed when he felt her clothes tugging on his, and in less than a second, he hated himself all over again for ever doubting that she was anything other than real. I'm working on a plan, he said, leading over to the bed and placing a hand on her stomach. How long do we have? 7 months? 8 months? 10 months? Time didn't matter to him anymore. Time and love weren't related. He reasoned. Love was the linear one, and time, on the other hand, was an intricate web of mistakes and windfalls and everything in between. She smiled. Looking at the details of her face hurt his mind, but it was the only way to talk to her. He looked downward. It didn't bother him. It wasn't normal that much he could reason, but he wasn't about to stop loving her because of it. Well, we should get out in time to, you know, get set up, start a life. He wished the lights were yellow and not white. His eyes hurt. Something had hurt him once and he couldn't remember that what. He could feel it. He had lost something, he recalled, and he started to see it in her. He looked away from her face. Nauseous, his tongue lied for him as he laid himself down with his eyes closed. He felt heavy as every muscle in his body wanted nothing other than to rest, but his head and his heart were pulling him in the opposite direction. Against gravity, ripping at his flesh and threatening to tear him inside out. What was this? Was this what anguish was supposed to feel like? How was he supposed to contain it? He felt slender hands untying his bow tie from around his neck, unbuttoning his shirt, throwing his clothes off. I don't feel well enough for that, I think, he laughed. It echoed around the room for a little too long, but eventually absorbed into the wall, silence rang in his ears. What was her name again? Her name was Aline, he recalled as he finished unbuttoning his shirt and his pants for her. She was from Idaho, or maybe it was Oregon? He had turned himself in when her mother passed away. He remembered from history section of her SCP document. He hoped he was remembering it right. He'd written it after all. No, that couldn't be right. Aline wasn't here. He left her. He had nothing, he reminded himself, and in a brief few seconds his mind dredged up a sound he tried every day to desperately bury. He felt the memory of it surge up through the marrow of his bones and skull and into his mind. And in his pain he remembered why he craved silence every night. He started digging at the back of his head as he turned from her, a last sob as he had closed the door. He felt confusion and discomfort return to his chest and head in a flood of emotion, distracting him from any pleasure he may have gotten from her stroking his face and sliding herself down to his Well, I did know that that's gonna be sexual, but I actually did not know if there's gonna be a sex scene in it. Well, here we go, guys. Let's say we stay respectful. Let's not be degenerates for once. He started crying, his mind disconnected from his body, and his body continuing to move regardless. He couldn't tell if she cared, or even noticed. His attachment as he monotonously thrusted into her soft flesh, his mind told him it was stroking against feeling more like rough, callous skin. He bit back another sob and closed his eyes, finding that the mental image of her face was more in her likeness than she was. After several moments he felt wetness leaking down between his legs, and he wasn't sure if it meant he'd come or he was bleeding. He was bleeding, he was sweating, or all three. When he looked up at her face, he saw nothing but an incomprehensible conglomeration of everyone he'd ever loved. He trolled and threw her off, but his hands passed through thin air. He found himself standing in front of his bathroom mirror, leaning on the counter. When he looked at himself, he saw a tired thing with wild eyes and sweaty hair, clothes hanging off his wire frame, dick hanging limply out of his pants, and as blue and sickly with pallor as his cheeks and hands and heart. He saw a shell of a person, as if he was looking at a photograph from years ago that held none of his current self. This thing in the mirror wasn't him, and that thing in the bedroom wasn't Elise. He removed his phone from his pocket and dialed Blanchard's number. Oh, this is not even like No, this is... Okay, yeah, Blanchard was the old man, yeah. After all this time, I'll have it interviewed. I don't know how she got to my room. I don't know why I fucking fucked her if it wasn't even her. My head. Blanchard silenced him with her hand as he sat back down at his desk chair. I'll have it taken care of. Wait here until the guards escort you to the medical wing. It was night outside. He wished he could smell it. The window was nothing but a black rectangle with the tiniest specks of light along the perimeter fence visible in the distance. Suddenly, Blanchard's office seemed a little too fluorescent, contrasted with the darkness outside. It still looked the same as his old one. The pain in his skull behind his eyes pulsed again. Lever put his head in his hands and leaned on the desk. When the guards showed up, he barely bothered to walk. November 5th, 2016, side 19, so that's like... Okay, 2 days later. Is it you? My name is Agent Lockwood. I'm here to ask you a few questions. Lockwood thought she heard a stifled cry through the door, or maybe it was a gasp. I need to open the door. If you do not respond, she didn't wait very long before doing so. What do you need? I leaned back nervously towards the table. To ask you a few questions. He took a chair. Oh, it's okay. About what? Lockwood slapped a clipboard down on the table. What's your relationship with Adam Leeward? What? You're a containment specialist, Adam Leeward. Did he have sexual or romantic relations with you during his 6-month assignment to your project? He clicked her pen and made sure the record was visible on the table. Her face contorted in pain. It's been months and months, her voice cracked. I am referencing the time from July to December 2015. Eileen almost laughed, but it came out as a sob. No. Why the hesitation? Lockwood didn't break her gaze. Because that question came out of nowhere, I guess. I mean, what else do you want me to say? If necessary, additional means of gaining information will be used. Speak the truth. Eileen glowered. I liked him. She sniffed. He didn't care if this woman saw her upset. Liking each other is against the rules. We never spoke of it. Sometimes I wonder if it really was mutual, if you just had more of a heart than the rest of you do. I see. We never touched each other. And he never came back. Did you love him? She held her tongue and inhaled, trying to let her anger replace depression in her mind. No. I don't have Stockholm Syndrome. Are we done here? She snapped, tensing. No, we're not. Has Adam Leeward ever amnesticized you? He thought for a moment, trying to remember what that meant. No, she paused. How would I even know if he had? Do you recall any abnormal testing procedures carried out without the presence of at least one additional staff member? Oh, no. Lockwood just scribbled something on the paper. Okay. Secondly, when is the last time you left this room? When is that? Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake, nowhere. Lockwood raised an eyebrow. I haven't gone anywhere. I mean, except when the doctor takes me down the hall to the lab. Okay. What? What the fuck do you want me to say? Remain calm or I have to go out to restrain you. I'm pretty sure it's within my rights to sit still and argue with you, bitch. She muttered, clenching her fingers. I haven't gone any fucking where. I sit here and do nothing for months, for years pretty soon. Here. I've never once hurt anyone or been anything but compliant. Bring in your fucking gadgets and gizmos and lie detectors if you're so inclined, but I have no idea what you're on about, and I want you out of my room. You were in Adam Leeward's employee quarters between the hours of 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. on November 3rd, no? And potentially multiple times other than that. What the hell? I was right here! Check the damn hallway cameras. I've been sitting on my ass doing jack shit. I don't even know where Adam is. I haven't seen him in a year. Lockwood paused and set the clipboard back down on the table. What was the last thing Leeward said to you? She looked down, face twitching, that he was transferring to a different project and wouldn't be back. She murmured. Okay. Do you have any additional anomalous effects outside of those documents? document which you are withholding from our knowledge? No. Have you tampered with the Scranton reality anchors? No, for fuck's sake, I don't even know where they are. Very well. This interview is concluded. She stood up and pushed the chair under the table, scraping it against the concrete. Agent Ferris and Williamson are stationed outside your door. Inform them if you need anything. Eileen almost responded with a retort, but decided against it. She didn't move from her seat until long after the door was closed. November 6th, 2016, side 81. Okay, so either she's lying, or there's an ability she's not aware of, or an effect she's not aware of. That her anomalous effect has. Actually, I need to like double check what exactly 2708 was, because if I recall correctly, I was getting really tired because it was a long day on that day. I remember this baby first guy, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember now. Yes. Well, that could just mean that like it's just the effect that she has just getting stronger, right? Doesn't mean anything else, maybe. Maybe it's like I said, it's like an after effect that she's not aware of. Station outside your door. Inform them if you need anything. Blanchard clicked the recorder off and sit across the desk. She was being honest. She has no reason to lie. She's been cooperative since the start. We all know that. Blanchard fiddled with the end of the piece of paper sitting on his desk. She sounded hostile. Standoffish, sure, but not physically hostility or verbal threats. So you think Leeward's lying? Blanchard asked me more to test Lockwood than to see if he knew an answer. I don't see why he would. I don't know him that well, but if he turned himself into you all those months ago about being attracted to her and he hasn't mentioned her since, it doesn't seem like the type to. I can't talk personally about him. He waved his hand. No, he's sick. Sick, sir? I mean, there's something wrong with him. He's physically sick, I mean. I've seen scouring security feeds and reports filed under his name in the database, but he hasn't been around anything anomalous that could lead to him acting like this. The hallucinations he described, if we're going to go with it not being real, that is, are extremely uncharacteristic of anything in his medical records. He absentmindedly straightened a stack on his paper and took a beat. And he's confused to begin with. He thinks he's been seeing someone every night for the past 10 months. He thinks that the damn skip is pregnant, for fuck's sake, but at the same time, she's not pregnant. We just had it over and over again, ever since we found this stupid kid's book, and hell, Locke, they haven't even had sex in the first place. None of it adds up. Wait. Lewis thinks he's been dating. She cringed at that word. Seeing her for 10 months, is it? Why did she cringe at the word dating? Oh, because she's an anomaly? Fuck off. Fuck off, man. He's been dating and you know, that's what I imagine. I know that's way more extreme. But that's like, it's like, wait, so you want to tell me he's been dating? That thing in there? Oh. It's a woman that looks like, it's a woman. Man, shut the fuck up. He's not talking about anything sensible. He seems to be under the impression that the person he sees is a different person every night or week or whatever the time frame is, and just hasn't noticed because of whatever reason. Lockwood frowned. Yeah, so whoever he's seeing isn't someone at all. It's some sort of hallucination. We inferred that, but he's not prone to hallucinations naturally, psychologically. You know how rigorous Foundation psych testing is. We would have caught an issue at that big years ago when he was first hired. So if you know that, why have to interview? Because we can't be sure it's not some extension of her anomalous effect. It's the only anomaly Leeward worked with before we transferred him into his paperwork job after all. Oh, but she said it's not her. She doesn't even think about Leeward. Oh, she thinks about him, and promise you that. Lockwood cocked her head. We'll see if it is or not. Well, we'll see if it is or not, he sighed and leaned back in his chair. Lee's in the medical ward now with people talking to him. I'll update you in 12 hours. Yes, sir. Okay, let's start from the top again. Did you or did you not have sexual relationship with SCP? No, I fucking submitted that damn statement to Blanchard back in 2015 so that this exact thing wouldn't happen. Leeward gestured to his surroundings that I was the worst he ever experienced in the entire site, and the white borderline effective hospital battling didn't help. I did not. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Very well, very well. Have you been exposed to any anomalous items other than aforementioned humanoid? Not that I know of, he groaned. All I do now is file paper. Very well. What are your symptoms other than confusion, memory loss, paranoia, headaches, excessive respiration, and body tremors? Oh, that's it, he said almost sarcastically. Okay. Can you tell me more about the pregnancy? Eileen is pregnant. Mistakes happen. The interview frowned. Beg your pardon? Mistakes happen. Earlier you said that. He sent his fist on the bedding. Look, there's Eileen, okay? You skipped down there at 19 in containment crying her eyes out because I told her I wasn't coming back. And then there's this thing. This person that's always in my room at night, and when I see them I just remember them. I see. I see them as someone I've been with. Someone I was with, someone I've always wanted to be with. All of the above, and it just feels... I just don't question it. It feels normal, unless I think about it too hard, and when I think about it too hard, I get a headache. I'm not a fucking psychologist, alright? All I do is white collar bullshit, and at this point, I don't know if it's a hallucination because I get no sleep, and I always have a headache, or always something anomalous that we don't know about. So as soon as I realized that something wasn't right, I immediately told Blanchard, and now we're here. I feel barely conscious when I'm around her, and Around who? The interviewer leaned forward. Eileen, fucking damn it! Sir, calm down. Leeward realized he was gripping the bedsheet with a force that was turning his knuckles white. He noticed Blanchard was standing by the door. Who are you referring to? The interviewer added. Whoever it is in my room that's always waiting for me to come home. Ah, okay, and you sometimes perceive the anomaly in your quarters as the SCP object you were once assigned to because you were attracted to it. And this is the reference to the report filed in December 2015 and your subsequent transfer to the site. Which is why I told Blanchard to take me off the project. Yes, I'm not trying to break rules. I never tried to break rules. I haven't broken rules. I can't help that. That aspect of the situation isn't necessary to discuss at this time. That aspect of the situation isn't necessary to discuss at this time, Blanchard interrupted, stepping in and sitting at the foot of Leeward's bed. That's done and gone. We just need to figure out what is doing this to you so that we can put a stop to it and prevent it from affecting other people. That is, if it hasn't already. Okay, he muttered. Just stay here and stay calm. I'll do the asking around, get all the department in on your symptoms and see if anyone has a lead, okay? He nodded. He didn't bother arguing about privacy. It didn't exist here anyway, no matter what lies the security department made up. I'll be back in several hours. Okay. He didn't watch him walk out, instead focusing on the framed picture Agent Katzen had left by his side. There was an old print of the two of them standing in a containment ring together. He didn't remember having it taken. Sometimes I wish you had my job, Blanche. The Community Hazards and Info Hazard Department director told him as he took the seat at the desk. Because it's a pain in the ass, he said only half jokingly. They shrugged. That, and you'd be good at it. He didn't know what to say to that. What do you have? Well, the Memetics team found a concerning image, a gift from the Are We Cool Yet punks in the break room. Always something. What do we have to do with this time? We're still figuring that out, but in the preliminary tests and interviews we're getting signs that it's definitely a cognitive hazard involving, I don't know how to phrase it, but sexuality is pretty heavily involved. He grimaced. What, you think it's related? You want me to ask Leeward if he's seen it? We don't know which part it's to redact. We don't know which part to redact. It's safe to view it yet. Hell, I'm not allowed to look at it even. It's already fucking up 3 people from the break room and 2 of my 2-level researchers. Shit. Yes, shit. They ran a hand through their hair. They ran a hand through the hair. Nonetheless, we're drafting an SCP document now. We'll let you know. When? Days? Weeks? This may not even be the right lead. It really has to take that long. There's nothing we can do but try, Blanchard. If you shoot a few dozen D-classes our way, I won't complain. Anything to speed it up. Alright. December, it is definitely that. So, makes a lot of sense that, like, yeah, baby first guy. So, that the SCP that got mentioned here, pardon me, the woman has nothing to do with SCP-2708. It's just that she is being impacted by SCP-2708 in a different way. Not by its actual cognitive hazard or by its effect, but is involved in it thanks to Lee potentially seeing it. December 1st, 2016, side 81. I just want to thank you again for visiting me. You mean a lot to me. I care about you, Lee. Hudson gripped his hand and leaned forward towards his bed. I'm so sorry this happened to you. They'll figure it out, he muttered as shaking his head, and someone always had worse. Hudson chuckled. You want me to move to 81? He rubbed his palm with a thumb. Lee wasn't sure how it felt. If you want. Do you want me to? He turned his head to the side and looked into Hudson's eyes. For the first time in a while, he didn't feel pain behind his retinas or in his skull. If you want. Hudson smiled and patted his shoulder, standing up. I'll be back in a few hours. Okay. Several seconds after he left, Lee heard a knock back inside the door, but Blanchard walked in. Hey. Hey? Didn't want to interrupt you two. Are you alright to talk? He sat up and straightened his hospital gown. He wasn't sure why he was still here. Come to think of it, maybe he was sick and didn't know it. Or maybe they just didn't want him to going anywhere. Yeah? Okay. He sat down in his chair and to the left of the bed, clipboard in hand. We got strongly on what happened. You're going to need to be anesthetized if you want to have a shot at getting you out of this. Well, I can't complain about that. Oh, I thought you would be opposed. He felt memories and emotions swelling back up inside him. It's for the best, he gulped, hands tensing. Right? Yes, it is. December 3rd, 2016, side 81. You sure I can't take it orally? Nope, it's Class D. Sorry. Lee grimaced as he felt the needle puncture his vein. He'd never done this before. He wondered if it felt as disturbing as the field agents had all claimed it did. Wait, wasn't told. No. It'd be fine. Lockwood applied as it Lee would try to focus on the voices by the door instead of the sensation of freezing fluid pumping into him, but the doctor attending to him talked over them. This has to be done multiple times over a 4-day period. It's uncomfortable but not painful. Except some confusion for the next 4 days, but know that you will regain your standard cognitive function within 7 days and will likely not remember most of its procedure. He tried to nod, but wasn't sure if he did. He felt his head heavy against the pillow. There's a chance you will be unconscious most of the duration of the procedure, they said conversationally. And it's common to slip in and out of consciousness as well. Okay. Are you comfortable? Yes. He wasn't. He felt like he was going to vomit up the entire volume of the blood in his veins. Ring your bell if you need anything. We will never be further away than the adjacent room at all hours. Lee closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep. When next he opened them, he couldn't tell if he was conscious or not. When the doctor gently jostled him and he swiveled his head upward to see Hudson and Blanchard staring at him in the typical blank fashion from the bedside, he blinked once. Are you awake? Hudson said with a slight smile. No. They chuckled. You don't have to be certain. You just have to be alive. As he stood and dressed and drank and walked and talked and slept for days and weeks and months and years on end, he never once stopped repeating that to himself. And hundreds of miles away, on the dozens of meters of concrete and fuel and people and paint and paperwork, a young woman wonders if she exists in the memory of the only person she ever loved. Oh, that's so... Oh, no, don't end it like that! Oh, fuck me. Oh, no. That's so... He got to, like, live on. Forgetting her, forgetting the pain and the effect. While she has... give her some amnestics, goddammit. Don't let her be in the same... Don't let her be the only one that remembers the love that she had. Wow. No, that's sad. Damn. That's a sad ending. Because at the end, she didn't do anything wrong. her effect wasn't like at the end, like they have not even touched each other or anything like that. They just liked each other really much. They loved each other, even though you would say. Not sure about if Leewood fully loved her, because he did say the faces from people that he once loved, does love, and wants to love. You know, like it's like exes, current love, and potential like dream girl. That's what he sees, right? But he does name. He didn't name the girl Aline. So he does definitely has a huge amount of love for her. But sadly, not anymore. It's gone. And he's got to live. He just got to live and on and do whatever, you know, have a normal life. Well, normal. Foundation life again. While Aline is now down there, locked away. Hoping that maybe one day he will come back. Just one more time to say hi. Or checking in on her, but nope. Nope. And the thing is, she can't even fall in love with anybody else because everybody else is probably a lot more cold towards her. And Blanchard probably would organize that nobody that goes to her can have a sexual or romantic attraction to her anymore. As in, like, they just don't feel that way, you know? Oh, poor Aline. Poor Aline.